This is Monty Keyes, and just to let you know, I am Monty Keyes, and I am a Mountie from the mountains of Canada, and I'm here visiting Rick Keyes at his illustrious headquarters here in Osai, California. But Rick did want me to show you this shirt that he had, plus this jacket kind of scratches a little bit if it's the humidity or whatever here in Osai, California, or maybe the fact that Rick Keyes just picked that jacket up at a thrift store. But anyway, so this is the Rick Keyes Music Caravan, and I am Monty Keyes, the Mountie from Canada, from Nova Scotia. And I am here to fill in for Rick Keyes on this segment of the show. But Rick did want me to wear this shirt to let you know that even though I am from Canada, Monty Keyes, that Rick Keyes is American to the bone. So I am going to be playing my homeland, Canada, and we're going to start off with, well, actually, we're going from A to Z. So whatever Rick Keyes had or has in his illustrious vaults, we're going to play from Canada. We're going to start off with a gentleman, and you see there's a lot of stuff going on here in downtown Oside. I better put my jacket back on. So you saw the Rick Keyes shirt, right? He is American to the bone. But let me put my jacket back on, the scratchy one from the thrift store. Hopefully it's not scratches from someone that, excuse me. Hopefully it's not scratches from someone that had like scabies or something, but I'm hoping not. All right, so there you are. I am Monty Keyes, the Mountie from Canada, and I don't speak Canadese. I only speak Canadian. So back to the Mountie. I am going to mount a massive attempt to play all this music from Canada from A to Z, starting with a gentleman named Chris Antonick, or it could be a tonic. I believe it's Chris Antonick, and he had a release called Monarch. See how it says Canada in there? That's where it's from. Okay, and then Chris put out another release called Morning Star. So that's Canada and Chris Antonick. Miss Emily is, I don't know her last name, it's just Miss Emily. She put out a release called Live at the Isabel. Not familiar where the Isabel is in Canada. Even though I am a Mountie, I don't know everything. I'd have to check with Siri up there, and I have the French version. It's called Pierre. So Pierre will have to check up for me. Miles Goodwin, also from Canada, Friends of the Blues too. It's got some hip songs on there I think you're going to like. Okay, so let's continue. Heart Dog Brown, he has passed away. He would always send Rick Keyes music from Canada. This one is called Traveling with the Blues. Well, Heart Dog is traveling with the Angels right now. He passed away, but some good songs on there. As I said, Heart Dog did send me a lot of CDs. There's another one. Another gentleman from, I don't know if they're gentlemen or not, another person from Canada. His name is Colin James, and he put out a release called Miles to Go. So, yeah, in some of the real remote areas of Canada, make sure you go to the restroom when you need to, because it could be miles to go before the next one. Trust me, I know, being a Canadian Mountie, I've seen lots of instances where people couldn't hold it anymore. So that's Canada. He put out another one called Open Road. Going back to that, make sure you stop at the proper spot before, because it's an open road out there in Canada. Marshall Lawrence, really like this cool cat. He put out a release. I actually can't read it. Maybe we can read it together. Can we see that? Marshall Lawrence. We can't see it. But anyway, that's Marshall Lawrence. He has some cool guitars there. So he sent me a lot of stuff, actually, a lot of great stuff. There he is again, Marshall Lawrence. House call. You can see he's in the Canadian wilderness or Canadian farmland somewhere in Canada. But Marshall got my attention with this. There's a really hot song in there, and it's called "Feeling Fine." Feeling fine. You're gonna like it too. All right. So why don't we take a break here at L and explain what's going on here in Osai, California. So the next person coming up would be Corey Luke. So let's see. Okay. Well, you see the sun is shining and it actually moved here in Osai, California. It was closer to, well, it's closer to Carlsbad now. It was in Osai. But remember, there was a problem. Let me see if we can get that here. Okay, so pretty stunning picture of Monty, the mounted policeman, but this ain't working right. Okay, so continue watching. You guys know the hysterics so far. All right, here we go. So what's happened? All right, look up here. So remember X Keyes. X Keyes a non-binary. Not sure if the thing is a Twitter bird. Insect or an airplane, was ordered by me Keyes to drop off his teardrop, which was located at the near the city hall. So he's done doing that, and let me see. So what else we got going on here? All right, so that's X Keyes getting a little close to the sun there. X, don't want to melt your feathers again. So here's the big thing that just recently happened. So you guys remember here in Osai, California, there's City Hall. That's Oceanside City Hall, and who was it? Oh, Me Keyes, who's a non-binary. Also, not sure if Me Keyes is a thing from the U.S., a citizen of the USA, illegal immigrant, or illegal immigrant from outer space. So he was protesting with some of the Wee Keyes family at City Hall, and got Mayor Ski's attention. So I guess Me Keyes, or should have been. Oh, that's who went in there. Yeah, it wasn't Me Keyes. So I think It Keyes, who's non-binary also, It Keyes actually went into City Hall to talk to Mayor Ski. So Mayor Ski is this really powerful dude who was born in Osai, California, and he thinks he's in charge of everything. But anyway, so yeah, that's who did it. It Keyes went in to see the Mayor Ski, and apparently he gave the mayor the crabs. So the crabs are growing in numbers at City Hall in Osai, California. So Mayor Ski is called in. Asked me if me could recommend someone that could take care of the crabs at Osai City Hall, and he recommended Me Keyes did recommended the Keyes family. So you see the Wee Keyes family in their little car. They're actually hooking up the trailer of Me Keyes also to pull it out of there. But they're there, and if you can see those guys. But yeah, see they got the bomb squad, and they got someone to light the bombs. Here's It Keyes over here. Okay, so that's going on in City Hall. So this is Monty Keyes. I'm mounted Monty from Rick Keyes' land. Oh, here we go. So anyway, here we are. So there is It Keyes, and It Keyes was actually directing X Keyes on where to drop the trailer. Looks like it almost dropped it on his foot, but it didn't drop on his foot. He's happy. What else is happening out there? Oh, and as you can see, Me Keyes has still got his Me Keyes has the things, ice cream colored sunglasses that they got from Brandon, USA. So Me Keyes is out there surfing. So we're going to continue with the Rick Keyes Music Caravan, just so you don't know where you're at. But I am Monty Keyes, and I am a relative of the Rick Keyes family. up from north near Nova Scotia. Yeah, I didn't get as good as oh side. All right, so we left at L's. Whew. So this is Monty Keyes, the Mountie from Canada. Corey Luke put out several releases. Here was one called "It Ain't Easy." So that's for sure. It ain't easy in the United States right at the moment, or the rest of the world. Another one from now it was Corey Luke and the Smoke Wagon Blues Band. Now it's just the Smoke Wagon Blues Band, but Corey Luke is still with them, live in Hamilton, which is the city up near where I live in Canada. There's another one from the Smokestack, the Smoke Wagon Blues Band, including Corey Luke, Cigar Store, and yet one more. So I think I got the whole collection from the Smoke Wagon Blues Bands, The Ballad of Albert Johnson. By the way, I'm going to start the show with the song of, is it Albert Johnson? I think it's Albert Johnson. But let me see if it was Albert Johnson or not. I believe that's it. Okay. So Albert Johnson is a guy that the Mounties, being my peoples, were after. And it's kind of an interesting little video. Cowboy Junkies from Canada also. Another Canadian, John Rutherford. And can you read the name of it? Can't read it. Okay, well, John Rutherford. And this lady I really like. Her name is Crystal Shawanda. I believe she is a indigenous peoples. I don't know if you can call them Indians anymore. She's an indigenous peoples, maybe Eskimo, and from a Canadian remote area. And she has a really winning CD. That one's really great. What else we have? And got Sunday Wild. Speaking of remote, she lives in probably even a more remote place than Crystal Shawanda. Don't know the names of either one because I've never been there. It's too remote for me and my horse. So Sunday Wild, he gave me a blue nightgown. And then she had another one after her lover boy passed away, and it's called Sunday Wild and the One-Eyed Jacks. Last but not least, that was W. We're at Z. From A to Z. We've missed some letters in between, but that's just because Rick Keyes didn't have them. So the last on the list is Lila Zoe from Canada. A lot of great songs on this one, and there's one on there called Dark Heart. Reminds me of Dark Keys. So anyway, stay tuned. This is the Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show, special show about Canada, Canadian blues artists, and I am Monty Keyes, and I am the Mounted Monty from Canada, from Nova Scotia. So stay tuned. Lots of great music coming up. You know how to listen. Well, you may not. And in Canada, we all know. You go to Rick Keyes Music Caravan. That's how it's spelled. Keyes, Keys. Rick Keyes Music Caravan. Then you subscribe. When you subscribe, there's a bell. You press that bell, and that helps bring Rick and me and the whole Keyes family into your life on a regular basis. And there's a thumb. Press that helps spread the good news of Rick Keyes Music Caravan from side to Alberta and Nova Scotia and beyond. And then dislike, so make sure you like it. And you can also get it on Facebook, Rick Keyes Music Caravan Blues Show on Facebook. Stay tuned.